This video highlights 3 altcoins that whales are heavily buying. All these coins are positioned in the top 100 by market capitalization. They all have lots of room to grow with crazy high volume. Watch the whole video to not miss out on potential massive gains. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on all the latest crypto trends. Crypto traders need to understand crypto whales and how their holdings affect the value of cryptocurrency. A crypto whale is a person, group, or organization with enough cryptocurrency to influence the crypto market. These traders are called whales because they're huge players compared to most traders who hold and trade a tiny percentage of the total currency. The crypto whale has so much of one type of currency, often 10% of the total or more, that it influences the currency's value. Some crypto whales own a large amount of one specific currency, but many whales own substantial percentages of several different types. When crypto whales have large holdings of currency, it limits the amount available to trade. It also reduces the currency's liquidity, which means it's harder to swap for other tokens or cash. After conducting research, we have identified 3 coins with increased whale activity. Let's begin by discussing the first altcoin, Link. Following a sell-off in late March, large investors are showing renewed interest in the Chainlink ecosystem. According to on-chain data provided by Santiment, a group of whales holding between 1 million to 10 million Link tokens are currently re-upping their holdings. The chart below shows that they booked some profit as Q1 2023 drew to a close. However, between March 26 and April 6, they added nearly 3.4 million tokens to their holdings. The newly added tokens are worth about 24 million at current prices. This sizable inflow suggests that confident institutional investors are growing optimistic about future price gains. Considering how the whales have often aligned their accumulation patterns to the price action in the past 3 months, Link holders can expect some upside. Additionally, the uptrend in meme coin age on the Chainlink network poses another bullish signal. After a significant cliff-off in March, long-term holders appear to be positioning for future gains. As shown below, since the recent low of around $30 recorded on March 16, Chainlink meme coin age has surged 26% to reach $38 on April 6. Meme coin age tracks the number of days crypto tokens on a network have spent in their current wallet addresses. When it rises, it suggests that long-term investors are holding in anticipation of a future upswing. In summary, Link could soon enter a prolonged rally if long-term holders and the price-savvy large investors remain optimistic. Into the Block's exchange market depth chart presents data-driven insights suggesting that Chainlink will likely break above $8. As shown below, Link buy orders significantly outweigh sell orders around the 5% range of the current prices up till the price goes up by 5%. This means that Link will face minimal resistance as it approaches $7.60. Around that zone, traders have put up 205,000 tokens for sale. And if the bulls can push aside resistance, Link could rally toward $8.64, where a much larger sell wall of 619,000 tokens could mount a roadblock. Conversely, the bears can flip the narrative if Link loses the 5% resistance around $6.88. But the 305,000 buy wall could stop the slump. The second altcoin whales are heavy accumulating is Cardano. On January 31, Cardano announced the launch of its own native JED stablecoin. A few days after the launch, the native utility coin, ADA, witnessed a sudden spike in whale transactions. This development was met with mixed reactions across the crypto community. Bearish investors expected the whale activity to dwindle after the initial few weeks. However, now 3 months later, whale activity has remained steady at high volumes. The last time the Cardano whale transaction count slipped below 1,000 was on February 15. Since then, the number of daily transactions exceeding $100,000 has consistently remained above 1,600. When whale transactions remain persistently high on a network, it is a bullish signal. It indicates increased utility for large-scale transactions, which could boost investor confidence in the network's growth potential. Furthermore, the increase in the balances of an influential Cardano whale cohort suggests that the heightened whale transaction count is bullish. According to Sentiment, the crypto whales holding between 1 million to 10 million ADA are currently in accumulation mode. The red line in the chart below shows how they have added 150 million coins to their balances. The accumulated coins are worth approximately $60 million at the current Cardano price. This could add momentum to a potential ADA price rally. Historically, the buy-sell pattern of the above whale cohort has been highly correlated to ADA price action. Therefore, if Cardano can sustain the high level of whale activity and whales continue to buy, ADA holders can expect more gains. Bullish insights provided by Into the Block's global in-out-of-money chart show that Cardano could soon claim 45 cents. The chart shows that ADA will face light resistance at 40 cents. A rally toward 44 cents is likely if ADA breaks above that zone. If ADA fails to hold its current support at 38 cents, the bears will invalidate the bullish outlook. We would like to highlight Ethereum as our final altcoin. The global Ethereum community is anticipating the Shapala upgrade scheduled for April 12th. Large investors appear to be exploiting the negative social sentiment to accumulate ETH and front-run a potential price upswing. Despite reclaiming an 8-month high, the social sentiment surrounding Ethereum has remained largely negative. Bearish speculators expect the ETH price to crash when 13 million ETH are unstaked after the ETH 2.0 transition is completed on April 12th. Ethereum's net weighted sentiment has remained negative since February. Since reaching 7.21 on February 12th, ETH weighted sentiment has declined to 0.19 as of April 7th. Weighted sentiment compares the ratio of negative to positive mentions of an asset across relevant social media. When it persistently trends below zero, investors could interpret it as perfect timing to buy the dip. The accumulation trend among Ethereum whale investors further confirms the bullish proposition. The sentiment chart shows how crypto whales holding 1 million to 100 million coins started buying when weighted sentiment began trending negative. Between February 12th and April 7th, the whales added 2.4 million ETH worth approximately 4.4 billion to their balances. When the whales keep accumulating coins for such an extended period, it is only a matter of time before the sharks and other retail investors also become bullish. If the whale accumulation continues, it could lead to an Ethereum price rally when the current FUD clears. Likewise, the whale accumulation could inspire many ETH 2.0 stakers to hold their positions for more gains rather than sell immediately after withdrawal. Into the Block's global in-out-of-money chart suggests that Ethereum's price could soon break above $2,000. ETH faces a minimal challenge of 1.16 million addresses holding 1.3 million ETH en route to $2,030. If ETH can move past that resistance, it could extend the price gains to $2,500. Still, the bears can have their way if the ETH price slips below $1,780. But this is unlikely, as many addresses could offer support around that price. But if that support line is breached, the ETH price may sink as low as $1,630. Thanks for watching, and make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and put notifications on to stay updated on all the crypto trends.